Hey everybody, welcome back to Shorty Car Mods. But first, a word from our sponsor, me. That's right, I'm my sponsor, so you're getting words from me. Check out my clothing line, quality content at qcathletics.com. Once again, 30% off. Everything must go before we relaunch in a couple months, so check it out. If you're looking for some comfy stuff, whatever's left on the site, 30% off. Link in the description. Go check it out. Pretty swick. And also, I'm not the like button, but I'll speak on behalf of it. Check out the like button right below the video. Give it a click. It's all good stuff. Let's start off with number 19, bird cages. Question mark. Saw this at Mission Bay today. Is that Mission Bay in San Diego? I haven't been there in ages. I used to go wakeboarding behind my dad's Sea-Doo a long time ago. It was super fun. Not a big enough wake to be able to possibly clear it, but still good times. Anyway, never saw this when I was there, or at least I just removed it from my memory if I did. It seems super safe, definitely. Driving down the road with gigantic pointy metal things, probably not very well mounted on the top of your car. Wonder if they ever just get knocked off from some low clearance thing. Forget about it. Go into a parking garage and be like, oh, it's all gone now. It's on the ground. Oops, I forgot I put all that stuff on my van. Old but gold. It is gold, I suppose. It's more tasteful than many things I've seen on this subreddit before. So, just, a few little gold accents here and there. It is what it is. It actually works from afar. I feel like there are some parts that are missing though. Like you should have gone for probably the full trim around the windows, including the back windows, or you could do, you could do this part right here, that part right there, or at least just do kind of the full surround. But it's not bad. Looks like it could use a little cleaning right there and around the wheel arch. But no, I don't mind it. You have huge tips. What someone said, that is absolutely gigantic. Good Lord. I hope it doesn't roll coal. Please tell me it doesn't roll coal. Usually that comes out of the top, right? Like a smokestack. So maybe we're in the clear. Hey, they're probably enthusiasts. They got a lot of tires in the back of that truck, and I'm gonna be honest, that would be very convenient to have a pickup truck if you were transporting lots of tires, because I've transported tires inside of small cars before. It's very difficult to fit all the tires in, and then you're like marking up the sides of the car and stuff. So, hey, whatever. You get the practicality. You only had to cut some holes in the bumper for it, and I don't know that it reduced back pressure and gave you any more power, but maybe it did. A lot of racing is done in this one, guys. It makes your car faster when you put a stripe on the side that says racing. Not any specific kind of racing or manufacturer or anything like that. Just racing. What team do you belong to? The racing team. Squat trucks. If not here, then they should be. See, that just... Actually, you know what? It might be kind of comfortable. It doesn't seem very practical because, you can't see the road. But I'm sure the suspension adjusts up and down. Like, they just have it set so that the front is fully up and the back is down. But I'm sure if they're actually driving, then... Right? Please tell me that if they were actually driving, it would be leveled off, because otherwise there's no way you can see. I get the appeal, like on a long trip, it's just like an automatic recline. It'd be brilliant. Oh, it'd be so comfortable. And then you could recline the seat even further, and then you could just be completely blind. But if you're a passenger, oh man, it'd be like being in a massage chair. Aussie edition. You said Aussie edition, I kind of thought it was going to be an upside down car. But I guess this works too. Why is the wing attached with traffic cones? I can overlook this. Is it like a turbocharger, supercharger just sticking out of the hood? But of all the things that you could use to mount the wing, traffic cones. Maybe this was made as a joke. I can't help but think that might be the case, but yep. I'm sure it's a very solid thing. It doesn't flex at all. Why? Well, that's interesting. It's like a balloon animal, but it's an exhaust pipe. At least it has an outlet. There was part of me that thought that it just didn't have an outlet at the top and it was just a closed loop. And I was like, that's sure to end well. That's sure to have an explosive finale as it just like blows that out of the back of the car and into the car behind, if it even makes it into the road from the garage before that happens. Doesn't not run. 1982 Nissan Datsun 280Z C3. Wait, what? A Nissan Datsun 280Z C3 Corvette. So it's a Datsun 280Z, but also it's a Corvette replica. Doesn't not run. Does it run? It doesn't not run. So it does something in between not running and running. Does that mean that it works for a moment and then it just shuts off? So you're like, it kind of runs. I can't really say it runs, but also it's not completely dead, so it doesn't not run. The things you see on Craigslist, it's an EcoBoost, by the way. It's just, a little obstruction of the visibility out the front there. It looked okay at first, and then it kind of just, it blended into the background, and then it was like, oh, it's kind of got a dick hanging out the front. It's just laying there. Sorry, I don't know why that's the image, but it just is. Oh man, unusual design. Not sure what it started as or what it is now. Huh? What in the world? Crazy exhaust. Always has to have the crazy exhaust. It looks very aerodynamic. Like, wow. Look at the airflow. I bet it cools the rear brakes really well with just right into there and then into the thing. And then actually I've seen a car at a couple car meets, like it was a couple of years ago, but there's this company, I don't know if they actually made it into production, but their car that they had there was road legal. It was just kind of a one-off, and it had this sort of entry where it would, like, the cabin would come up and then you get in, and God, what was it called? I forget what it was called, but I mean, it was like a thing that if you saw it on the road, you straight up thought someone was driving like the Batmobile or something. This gem I found at a car show recently. Probably pretty practical, dude. Maybe they off-road with it. I mean, an RX, that's an RX-8, right? That seems like the thing that you want to go for if you're looking to off-road. Absolutely seems like the best starter for it. You ever seen a 911 Safari? Exactly my point. Why can't you do it with a Mazda? You absolutely can. First post, hope this belongs here. I mean, it's just a car that has a lot of stickers on it, right? It honestly, it looks about as close to a NASCAR car as you can actually get on the road. Because at the end of the day, most of the NASCAR cars are like, they're not that exciting to look at. They're basically just take the body style from your regular road car, and then it's just the panels, though. There's really no resemblance from the NASCAR Cup car to the road car, other than kind of the shape of the thin body panels that go on top of the monstrosity of a machine that makes it go 200 miles an hour underneath. But basically just NASCAR for the road. There you go. It works. Safari Honda Civic with a snorkel held together by duct tape. Speaking of 911 Safaris, I mean, Honda Civic Safaris. Taped snorkel. They just took off the bumpers. Instead of like lifting the suspension or anything like that, they're like, that's a bit pricey. What we can do is it won't scrape if it doesn't have body panels to scrape. So let's just take those off, and then it works at the end of the day. Because if you don't have a bumper, you can't scrape it. This looks like what a 6-year-old would make in the Forza Horizon Design Studio. Is it a Kia Stinger? Or no, is it a Jag? It looks exactly like a Kia Stinger. I guess maybe the Kia Stinger just looks like a Jag. It's not, it's like well done. I just disagree with where they did this contrast between the crazy pearlescent and the black on the top. I think if they just kind of opted to go all the crazy pearlescent the whole way around and then just some black accents here and there, it'd be better. But it's like the black wrap is some kind of supposed to look like forged carbon or something, which is kind of strange to have all the way across your car. So I respect the idea. I just think the body panel selection of what turns into what color could have been done better. But other than that, at least it's well done. Maybe more of an ATBGE kind of thing. DMC spotted in Mexico. I mean, they really committed to it right there. It almost looks more Mad Max than Back to the Future. Is it being towed though, or is it just coincidentally behind a tow truck? Or maybe wherever they go, they're escorted by a tow truck. Just in case things go south. Not the most reliable setup that they've got here, so, you know, they've got their tow truck with them, just in case. But, I mean, those seem like some serious rocket boosters right there, so I bet this thing can maybe get up to like 98 miles an hour. 108? I don't know, but faster than 88. My work vehicle, very comfortable if I drive home barefoot. And by very comfortable, you mean it just like, it's prickly? Well, you're not technically supposed to drive home barefoot. I think in California, at least, it's technically illegal to drive without shoes on. But yeah, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. I mean, it's probably Astroturf because you're probably not watering the inside of your car, so that could be a little bit prickly, or maybe it's just, you know, gives your feet some texture, keeps you awake while you're driving. So if you have to drive late at night or you're tired, you didn't get much sleep, then just poke your feet. It's too uncomfortable for you to fall asleep then. I mean, this adds traction, right? I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. How can it turn? Oh god. They should do this, but they should weld the diff. Ooh, boy, that sounds like a fun one. Probably just would refuse to turn. Even with the diff unwelded, I'm sure it's a pain. How does it even move? Like, that's so much rotational mass for the thing to handle. This feels like it has to be for a YouTube video, just to see, like, how many wheels and tires can we stick on this car and still have it actually go? How to ruin a nice car, found on Instagram. Wait, this has to be the same one. There's no way this isn't the same one that we saw. But it has even more on it. It didn't have all these on it last time. It's like they put the bumper in jail. It's like scaffolding as if the rear of the car is under construction. They're like, hey, hold on. We'll be back. Just for now, pardon our dust. While we're doing construction back here, okay? We just, you know, the little insects that are working on the rear bumper, making it beautiful, they have to have different levels to work on and stuff. So I just keep it here while I'm driving around, then I take it back into the shop. Then the miniature insects that work on the car, they utilize the scaffolding. But once it's all done and we take the scaffolding off, whoo boy, you better believe this thing's gonna be a beauty. And the top for the last month, I'm not sure how to feel about this. Okay, so it's 100%, it's a modded Lamborghini in Japan, and that's like, it's a thing. It's a thing, and knowing that it's such a thing, I guess, I don't know why, I have a different take on it, because I know what the car culture is there, and it's different than it is in the US when it comes to Lamborghinis. And I do think it's a legit Countach that someone has just gone absolutely out of control with. And that's just the car scene there. It just is. While I wouldn't do this to a Countach if I owned it, it's like, it's a thing. It's a thing, and it's kind of cool though, because it's very different. You don't really see that in the US. And so even though I look at it and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't do that to my car. It is a Lamborghini. Lamborghinis are supposed to be outrageous. And there's like a scene around Lamborghinis that are like this in Japan. So it is what it is. And I do hope to go to Japan one day and see the spectacle in person after the crown is all done. But it's kind of cool. Like, if I were 6 years old, I'd be looking at that thing like, oh my God, this is the poster come to life, and even better, because it's not just a normal Countach, like, it's out of control. So, anyway, that's it for the last month of Shorty Car Mods. Make sure to like if you liked. It's a great sponsor of ours. Also, QCathletics.com for some nice clothing. Make sure you're subbed here to the channel. Hit the bell if you're already subbed. Check the playlist for more Shorty Car Mods. If you want to catch the last Shorty Car Mods video, you can click the end screen up here. Latest music upload down below it. And then that's it. I'll see you next time.